This is WFO Radio.
Good afternoon there, Elon.
Hello, Jason.
Look at
It's
everybody.
another beautiful day for Life's a Drag.
Yep, people joining in already. Good to see everybody. Ford Purley, Henry G683, Eddie BO23,
Licking Lonnie.
Lonnie's out there. What's up, guys?
What's going on, man?
Just a reminder. Just a reminder, everybody share, like the show. I should probably do that on my phone. I'm going to share it just because I can.
Yeah, I'm going to have some of my people maybe doing that for me.
Yeah, listen, this is what we got to do, man. We got to get the show out there.
Got to get the show out there. Boy, look at Preston coming in right. He's like he's looking at our call sheet.
We like that about him. Good job, everybody. All right, like, share, get the merch going. This is what's happening.
Dude, we're right around the corner from the beginning of the season. People are testing next week.
I know. Listen, everybody's like, I keep seeing people posting on Facebook. All right, we're done with football. Let's go racing.
Drag racing. Let's get it. Let's get after it. So
yeah.
So
I'm a little stuffed up today. I don't know why, but I am
too. I'm a little. I've had this cough that I can't kick. That I'm just self-medicating with just every now and then some Dayquil, every now and then some Robitussin. You know, give me a shot if you got a favorite cough remedy. Throw it in the comments. I'm here for it.
Yeah, I've had this sore throat since like Christmas time. Yeah, it will not go away.
I just, every now and then it's just hacking cough. Just sounds like I'm just distributing the worst disease ever in the Aldi shopping line. And then people just give you side eye. And I'm like, okay, I think I'm okay.
Yeah. I'm in that same boat. But I'm in a boat, right? I'm sitting on top of people and I hear people.
Oh, yeah. Well, you're out in the open, aren't you? I mean, you don't have a roof on your boat.
No, but still, people just they don't understand their spatial awareness. It's like, hey, just turn your head. Yeah. But anyways, so welcome. Not playing show. I'll take that cough. This stomach bug is hell. Ooh.
Yeah. Oh, I'll tell you. Also, I've talked to a number of racers that they are down for the count. I called one of them yesterday just to check in, and I was like, "Hey, dude, do I need to send a paramedic to your place?" He sounded rough.
By the way, I saw a picture of Josh Hart on Facebook the other day.
Yes.
Well, he's got a bunch of cars, man.
He was at a car show. He was at some. Yeah, so he does have a bunch of cars.
Yeah.
But now that he's unfettered from team ownership, I think he's doing the Bernie's thing and just going around looking at cars, and he gets invited places now.
Okay.
And so that was like some big car show somewhere where they had like $1 gazillion worth of.
Yeah, I was going to say, those are all his cars, man. This guy, he's on another level. I love it. Here you go. Here you go with the little emergency. Black elderberry, an emergency. They are natural fighters, and they just help your army. They don't kill your army. All right. Thanks, Christina. I like it.
Yeah, I'm going to try, So bugs are going around. We're getting ready for race testing next week in Gainesville. Good stuff.
Yeah. Should we talk about chasing speed from last week?
Yes. Let's talk about chasing speed. And I thought that was the best episode so far.
It was good. Oh, by the way, I had my birthday. Thank you, Henry G.
What? How did I miss that? How did Facebook not tell me it's your birthday?
I know, right? I had a birthday on Sunday. So did my son.
Yes.
But we still both got gifts. Usually it's him just getting
right. Because we talked about this. Your double up birthday on Sunday for the Super Bowl.
Yeah. So, so thank you, Henry. All right. So back to chasing speed. Yeah. And we were right. It was all about the ladies this time.
Yeah.
I love how they're really letting them hang out too. They're not telling don't swear, don't do this.
Out of the gate.
Yeah.
Doing the task.
Yeah.
By the way, TNA.
And I'm like, she's a very attractive woman in my eyes. I know, beauty is, in the eyes of the beholder. In my eyes, I find her very attractive. And I think it's when they were talking about that person posted that on. They're just jealous because I don't think that Julie's not going to look at him, and it's the fifth grader throwing rocks at the pretty people, right?
Also, shout out to Vice for not blocking out that guy's name.
Right,
own it. You're going to put that out on the internet. We're going to put it on national TV, whatever your name was. I'm not going to. but also I just thought that was a very good Vice show where she's just like talking about TNA
Yeah.
and the whole thing.
But
And
isn't that the thing though? Isn't that
it's the
really
whole thing.
everybody's like, oh yeah, you can't get a ride on your own.
Yeah.
You're just, you're a
And
female and you're attractive, and that's how you get the
and
job.
it's brutally unfair that there's people inside and outside the industry that are mad that Julie, Jasmine, Ida are actively being promoted
Right.
by the NHRA to find sponsors, and they feel like, well, if they're promoting them, I'm getting screwed on this deal. No, I mean,
No, it's not it.
that's just, hey, Caitlin Clark got way promoted by the NCAA and the WNBA, and everybody else benefited.
Of course.
So if we can get them out there, more people will watch, more sponsors will come out, and it will be good for everybody.
Yeah.
I always had a lot of respect for Jasmine Salinas, but even more, I'm an even bigger Jasmine Salinas fan now.
I'm right there with you. She's just out there hustling, man. They're all hustling.
They're all hustling.
They can drive their butts off, and they need a shot. And Julie, world champion, Ida, world champion,
FIA world champion.
Yeah. It's like, okay,
look at Jasmine Salinas. Every time she got in a car last year, she went to the semifinals.
Right.
And she got to the final quad of the 4-wide.
Right.
And she's up there just taking body blows about her reaction times. And I'm just like, golly, and again, that's a main part of our sport.
Right.
You can win or lose a race on the starting line. But to just have that living in your headspace, that's like having the yips in golf or guys that can't hit free throws. Right. It's just, but her openness to just like put it all out there, man.
Yeah, right.
So have so much respect for her.
Lonnie says, it boggles my mind that these young, talented, and yes, beautiful drivers can't be considered a marketing opportunity. What more company? What? And see, that's my thing. And I think Ida can quite possibly be the face of this sport. I've been saying that for 2 years. English is her second language, but she handles it very well.
Right.
Yeah. In the booth, she was fantastic this past year.
Yeah.
Somebody's just got to give her a shot. And thank you, Sean Reed, for giving her a shot to run, the run. But, and they're out there marketing to a different sect of people. They're going to makeup companies. They're going to places that a John Force could never go to, and never. Right. I mean, he could go, but with this crazy old man up there, representing Maybelline or whatever it is. No, you got to find young, beautiful people.
Yeah, and I think that the work is being done in the background, but it's just so hard. I mean, it's just so hard to, so many steps with agencies and companies and dwindling budgets and social media impact. And they take all these things to figure out who's the next big thing. And then it just, I can't figure it out. So,
no, cheers to Maddie, Ida, all of these people. I mean, heck, Erica. I mean, she's, the standard bearer for it. I
thought that whole episode was just I thought just the way the story rolled out. I thought the second episode was interesting, but it was very herky-jerky. It was like 6 things going on. The third episode, really good. I'm curious what tonight's episode is going to be about. So tune in at 9:00 on Vice, 9:00 Eastern on Vice for Chasing Speed, episode 4.
I love it. Yeah, they're only getting better. Let's just be honest. They're only getting better.
And so that was our homework to watch. But then also, did you tune in to the event that they call the Bowl of Super?
I did.
And I thought that game was painful to watch.
It was bad. It was really bad.
Just not, again, congrats to the Seattle Seahawks. Shout out to Kira, who's probably still on an emotional high for her Hawks winning the Super Bowl. I don't know what the defenses were so good, I guess. And then they also just the quarterbacks were fine,
Yeah.
but I just couldn't get motivated, which was good because was able to talk over the game we had a bunch of people over,
right.
and then kind of watch the commercials, which I also thought were kind of meh.
Yeah, well, again, they released them too soon,
Right.
and they were okay.
You
I
know?
mean, the Cadillac F1 commercial didn't come on until way late in the second half.
Yep.
So that was
Now they're getting sued over. Did you see where Michael Mann is suing Cadillac over that?
no,
Because they apparently hired him to direct it, and he got in there to kind of get started, and then they were like, "Oh, we're going to go a different way," and now he's claiming that commercial is exactly what he was going to direct.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, so there's a whole. But again, he's just suing him for like $1.5 million. Like, what's the point?
Nothing.
What's the point? I will say, and I'm again, Joe Costello, friend of the one commercial that really got my attention was the Ring commercial.
Oh, yeah.
Where they talked about finding your dog,
right?
Using AI, and basically, if you lost your dog, you could put up like this neighborhood alert, and then all the Ring cameras would start looking for your dog via AI. That commercial terrified me. Like, I would, like, I hate to agree with Le'Veon Bell. He was a great Steelers, but he is crazy town.
Right.
But he immediately posted on Twitter, I would go tear my Ring camera off the side of my house. And I mean, yeah, you're creating a digital posse. Yes, we can find your dog, but then you can also find people or other things. And yeah, it's just very, very cyber creepy for me.
Yeah, let's see. Dujardin says, "See, I loved it. The defensive strategy was fun to watch.
Yeah.
But man, Will Campbell was fighting for his life and losing.
Yeah.
Yep, it definitely was.
It was wild. Yeah. So I thought I did think that Duncan commercial was very funny. I've watched it a couple times with Ben Affleck and just all those random people in it.
Right.
That must have been a fun day on the set.
Sure.
So that was a good. I was hoping for more movie commercials.
Right. Like teasers and previews and stuff.
Some of the big blockbusters coming out. But then I also like AI has become the new crypto as far as advertising for them to use their AI.
Right.
Like, how many different AI companies are there now?
Probably, I don't know, but there's a million of them.
There's how you're trying to differentiate yourself and all. Yeah, that was very confusing. Of just like, and we had a huge discussion about what's the best AI company.
Well, you saw my picture on ChatGPT, right?
Yeah.
So everybody was doing that. That was the fun trend last week of make a caricature of me from what you know about me. ChatGPT. Yeah. Okay. I'm in there with all the stuff. It's great.
Drill 81 has a good deal here. So the Budweiser Horse and Eagle commercial was really good.
Yep.
But it lost its effect because I'd already seen it like 6 times.
Yeah.
If I'd have seen that for the first time during the Super Bowl, that would have been awesome.
Yeah.
But it was just kind of all right.
Yeah, it was when that eagle stuck his wings out on that horse. That was great.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome. All right, so America. And I dug the halftime show. We don't have to dive too far into that, but I don't speak Spanish.
I love the halftime show.
I don't know anything about Bad Bunny, but I thought the spectacle of it, I thought the whole vibe of it, was just effing awesome.
Yeah, I've watched it a couple times because it was so good. Again, I live in Florida. We have the 3rd largest Puerto Rican population in the world. So, I understand Spanish. But for me, honestly, and I get how everybody goes down this road. And I saw Megyn Kelly and Piers Morgan arguing about this. Like, are you guys out of your mind?
Right.
We're talking too much about this. And I went back and watched the other one, and I was like, okay, move on. It looked like it was just. I have my opinions about it, but anyways,
I thought the production value. I thought the fact that they got all that stuff out there and did this whole thing, and I loved how the plants were people, and I loved getting into the minutia of how they had to do that, and that they only let you take 25 rolling trucks out onto the field, and that the fact that they did all that, I was just like, holy cow, that was awesome.
He told a story, and you didn't need to know Spanish or not or anything about it. You followed through, and you went through the story. And I mean, the fact that they had a wedding out there on the field, that was fantastic.
very cool. And just the Easter eggs of like, oh, there's Pedro Pascal, and then there's Cardi B, and then Lady Gaga. There was a friend of ours' daughter was at our house, and then when Lady Gaga showed up, I thought she was going to have a heart attack because she was like, Lady Gaga. And I mean, again, give me more Lady Gaga. I mean, that was just, I thought, overall.
Well, and then when Ricky Martin showed up, I was like, is that Ricky Martin? I go, oh my God. My wife goes,
in formaldehyde. What is he doing? He doesn't look any. I haven't seen him, I feel like, in 40 years. And he basically just looked a little heavier, but not like he had like dad bod.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Well, my wife goes, could you imagine if he sang Living La Vida Loca? I go, that wasn't the place for it. And she goes, yeah, but that place would have lit up. And I'm like, yeah, okay. But that wasn't the place for it. Yeah. I thought the halftime show was phenomenal. And for people to say it was the worst one ever, they're not paying attention to anything else but their own world.
But the other thing is, I love when those shows come out and then you get like the process story about how they all happened.
Yeah.
And then I didn't know that during the infamous Prince halftime show that somebody had driven over like 3 power cables like moments before the show.
Right.
And a guy like basically in a driving rainstorm rewired and then physically held these 3 wires together during the whole show so they would have power. And I'm just like, I'm all for other duties as assigned.
Right.
But holding live wires in a rainstorm so Prince can perform, little bonkers.
Yeah. I mean, listen, all of these shows are really good, and it just for the logistics of getting the whole show out there.
Yeah.
So, it was. I thought just the way they worked through the set and through the sugarcane, I thought it was fantastic. Yeah. But that's a production level of fantastic. Yes. Whether you're buying into what the whole vibe, the story and the political aspect of it, that's up to you to deal with. So
let's bring it around to drag racing.
Yes,
we should be able to do that. We kind of do that at the Motorplex, right? Stampede of Speed. We're rolling stages out for the Western themed stuff and opening ceremonies, but I feel like tracks that want to up their game, they should now start looking at, okay, there's all these technology things, there's all these new trailers. What can we roll out? Like Evan Jonah has done a great job when we bring the Supercross guys out.
Right.
And they put their ramps up, they do their inflatable, and then they go. That's where I think we could do some cool things is, what can we do to add to the production value of our events? Like the US Nationals and things like that.
Well, and again, there's space issues. There's there's timing issues. There's a million things that you could say, man, we can't do that.
Yeah,
but I think
let's just say oil down. Let's just say oil downs. How cool would it be? And again, it all comes back to money and a trailer. But if like during a big oil down, if we just knew, bam, okay, let's just roll this out there, and it was like a newlywed stage. And then, bam, we put the stage out there and we bring drivers out and we do a show.
Right.
20-minute, just impromptu show. That would be awesome.
Listen, we're in discussions for doing things like that for this season. Rolling out new things and trying new things just for the 75th. They and again, it's people and it's money and it's. They've got the assets, I believe. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, they're just holding on to stuff. They have stuff, but do we have people to maneuver them? Do we have, it's a timing thing. And listen, if Evan had 4 more people working for him, we could do a whole heck of a lot of stuff.
Yeah. And he's trying. And that's the thing that's so great is he's not resting on his laurels. He's seeing stuff and like, oh, we could do, what about if we did this? How would this add to it? Like what we've done in the Midway with Hannah on the stage and you on the stage. I mean, that's a huge added value when we're getting drivers up there and all that stuff. So I think the halftime performance element is bleeding over a little bit, which is cool. And I love it.
And again, those of you who don't like the music at the drag races, guess what? That's part of the show. And then that's why I'm there. And that's why we do this stuff to give you an added element to just sitting there and listening to Joe talk about people. and Jason Galvin. It's just to kind of keep you engaged a little longer. I know I hear people like, well, in between the rounds, we just want to talk about the round. Let's talk about it. Okay, we can't talk about it because you're playing all this loud music. Yeah, there you go. The Traxxas guys.
Yeah.
When the Traxxas guys will get out there, they can come out there and fly around, and then they. I remember one 4th of July in Norwalk, they had a sparkler out the back of one of them. It was great.
They had bits.
Yeah.
So speaking of talking over stuff, can we change gears to the Olympics?
Of course. By the way, that just totally snuck up on everybody. I mean, it did.
Totally.
I'm like, there was nothing on NBC and Peacock. I mean, usually, well, let's back up. Summer Olympics, they go bonkers with a preview and everything like that. We stink at the Winter Olympics. Let's just be honest. We're not. That's not our jam.
That's not our bit. That's not our bit. But we have some deals. So again, it snuck up on us. What a banger weekend for NBC, by the way.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, all the ad revenue, all of it. Just
Mike, I heard. Yeah, I heard Mike Tirico immediately after the Super Bowl got on a plane and went to.
He did it that night's Olympic update from the field.
Yeah,
and then I'm sure helicopter to a jet.
Yeah,
and flew straight to Italy. I mean, what a great gig that guy's got.
Right.
I mean, come on.
He's one of one in that situation. He's got to call the Super Bowl, and he's got to be the guy out at in Italy. Yeah. I've been one of my new favorite sports is curling. I love it. I understand it now. It's so I will sit there and watch curling, and I hear him going hard. It's so stupid.
Still, it's a great game. I don't know that it's a sport. Had a hold that was, but it is interesting to just watch and see those guys get excited and everything. But to me, this Olympics I think is the first time, and it leads to, and we talked about this a little bit in the pre-show, the drone activity at this Olympics.
Oh,
is the luge with the drone, the downhill skiing with the drone.
The giant
more. Yeah, the pipe, the snowboarders. I mean, I cannot get enough of that.
Yeah, when I saw the women's luge and that stupid drone, I heard it first. I'm like, what is that noise? And then I go, oh my god, it's that drone. Yeah, Monica, I'm right there. Italy and US curling was great. I was captivated by that. Yeah. But the drone footage is amazing. It's whoever let that happen and why we haven't had it at other Olympics. Yeah, sooner.
Did you see how small the drones are too?
Oh yeah,
like they're I feel like they're the size of a baseball.
Yeah, they're those operators are getting good. Let's put it like that.
Yeah, you know who had Chris Blair from St. Louis,
right?
His son is a drone operator for like NASCAR and World of Outlaws.
Oh, wow. Awesome.
Like he is like gold standard for that stuff. So, it wouldn't surprise me. I think his name's Austin. It wouldn't surprise me if he had a hand in that because it was just like, I mean, the luge, like you're saying, was just phenomenal. And, the luge and the skeleton, those guys.
It's really, I mean, the camera work has been really good. The one guy who's totally impressed me is the U.S. men's figure skater.
The quad god guy.
Quad god. Oh my god, that guy's. I mean, they kept saying no one can do these. No one can do these quad jumps, and I'm like,
well, they can do the volume. There's guys apparently there's guys that can do it, but it's like they have to muster all their energy to do like one.
Yeah.
The fact that this guy does like all his jumps or quads is the big thing, which is amazing.
But I watched his little performance where he won a little performance.
Yeah, nice. But way to minimize his efforts, Jason. Yeah. Good job.
he that guy was so good. I was like, my wife's like, you have to watch this guy. I sat and watched him. I go, woof. Okay.
And I've got some hot sports opinions. I got into the ice dancing versus figure skating.
Oh yeah, my wife doesn't like the ice dancing.
Oh, I love the ice dancing.
I enjoyed it, but she was like,
because it's a whole '90s theme, and I just dug it because I don't know. But then I got just shouted down about how dumb I was that figure skating is with the jumps and the twirling. They're like, you're an idiot.
I got shouted down too. My wife's like, we're not watching this. I go, I'm watching this. Why can't I watch it? Yeah, I love a good triple sow cow too, by the way. Those are always good. But it's and my favorite thing about any Olympic coverage nowadays is Snoop Dogg. The fact that NBC
for
has brought
sure.
him out, he is electric at everything he's doing out there.
Just, I mean, his whole life is just spectacular.
Well, and I said to my wife, I go, it's fun to watch these guys go in and hug Snoop. And I'm like, they've got to come off with a contact high. I mean, you know, Snoop, it smells like weed 24/7, right?
For sure.
And
for sure. Good for him. Good for him.
I love it.
And just his whole genuine vibe of truly, I think, being interested and wanting to learn and just having a good time and just no fear in, hey man, I don't know how this works. And then when he's just like genuinely amazed.
Right.
Would be just like so cool. So fun little sidebar story. One of my great friends, Mary Lou Wynn in North Carolina, her niece is the win on the U.S. women's hockey team.
Okay.
And she's the one with the brothers that are like in all the uniform stuff that have been getting a lot of media coverage. The Wynn brothers are a thing at the Olympics.
Okay.
And it's just been really cool to see, to like kind of have a tangential. She scored her first goal in the Olympics, and it's just been a whole cool thing following the wins. So, yeah.
I love it. Flavor Flav. Yeah, going down the bobsled. It's so good. Everything is good. And you know what I love about and by the way, the Olympics are good, like drag racing's good. You're dealing with individuals. Yes, there are a couple good team sports, but everybody's an individual out there. And yes, they all have their trainers. Like Lindsey Vonn, when she wrecked and crashed out, I mean, she had her whole training staff there, her surgeon, everyone was there. So that's kind of like your pit crew for your body, right?
Right.
And these guys are just out there going down a hill, 70 miles an hour.
Can we also, I mean, I'm glad Lindsey Vonn is okay. I mean, also 5 stars for the effort.
Yes.
But the dramatics of, okay, she crashed and then she was airlifted off the mountain.
Right.
Like, okay, here's a little point of fact. If I stub my toe up there, everyone's airlifted off the mountain. You're on a mountain.
Right.
You're not going to drive an ambulance up there.
No.
You know, it's dramatic, but it's not like, oh my God, she was airlifted off the mountain. Okay. We have helicopters at every NHRA event.
Yeah.
We have ambulance. You know, there's just sometimes, okay, we take a helicopter instead.
Yeah. It's standard practice. If anything happens.
The drama of airlifted off the mountain was just like,
right.
Is she going to be okay? Oh, well, I'm glad she was, but
Yeah. Inside, Michaela, this was about. I still laugh at Snoop and Kevin Hart Olympic.
That horse is trip walking.
Dude, that was what got Snoop out there. I mean, it was so great.
The progression from him doing the Nature Channel stuff to the Olympics to now just being standard.
The fact that Lindsey Vonn was competing in a torn ACL that she did 9 days before the Olympics. Yeah, that's crazy.
And that it appears, I don't know, the whole physiology of it, but I don't know if the ACL is even a factor in her breaking her leg because someone else crashed.
Yeah,
in the same spot, so you don't know. But just shout out to all the Olympians. I mean, it's just so crazy how hard these guys and women work to get to like the pinnacle. And also, someone mentioned the speed skating. I have a real hard time watching the speed skating.
Yeah.
Only because of just the fear factor of like so many crash outs and that pursuit team. I can't even keep up with that. That's like what is happening, and they're shoving each other and then they're crashing out and there's 10 guys on the ice at the same time going, and they're
with those blades that are like
blades that I feel like will chop your head off. I mean, it just gives me the willies.
Yes, I love the short track stuff. That's good stuff because it's like they start off slow and then they get going, and that's the fun part about the Olympics because these are sports that Americans don't watch.
Have no idea.
We don't care. And the best part about the Olympics and the Olympians are, and this is not the best part, these people don't get paid any money to train. They're poor people. And they're just out there pursuing their dream, like Blake Alexander, like Ida Zetterstrom. I mean, if they're not racing and they're not in a car, they're not making any money.
Yeah.
So they're out there hustling for it. So, you know, it stinks for them, but when they end up winning and they complete the dream, that's when that's when you get into their stories.
And the guys that are doing the cross country skiing, I mean,
With
just
the gun, with the rifle.
The biathlon.
Yeah.
Just the guys that are doing the cross country skiing. I was watching like one of the races, and they were talking about this guy, and there's like 4 guys with him, and they're like, "Oh, this guy's going to make his move," and then he's like, just like, all of a sudden, the arms and legs are just like pistons, and he just blasts away from these guys. And I'm like, okay, that guy's got to be an Avenger.
Well, yeah,
like, where's that? You know,
one of my managers one of my managers at the boathouse. He's from Sweden. And on Monday, I'm like, "You guys watch the Super Bowl?" He was like, "No, I don't watch that." But then he just started going off about the Olympics, and he was like, "Oh, did you see this?" I mean, that's just the difference between
it's a different deal.
Yeah,
yeah. So it's very cool to see all these guys and gals just out there just doing their thing and getting all the attention and all that good stuff. So I love the Olympics stuff, and now I just keep forgetting that it's on. I'm going to have Peacock, but I still wind up watching stupid
NBC.
West Wing reruns or Reacher or something, and I'm just like,
dude, the
watch the Olympics.
I started watching the West Wing last night. I watched the Olympics, and I was like, okay, the West Wing is my go-to show for if I want to be bored out of my mind or I'm bored. I just need something on the background. The West Wing comes on.
West Wing is the go-to.
And I had it on for like 4 episodes. I fell asleep. I mean, it's season 3 when Simon Donovan gets shot at the bodega and CJ starts crying. That season
brutal. Okay, first of all, I take issue with that guy running the counter. Like, you got to tell that guy, hey, there's 2 guys in here.
Right.
I'm making that guy an accessory. First of all.
Yeah. He goes, I gotta get this Milky Way in me. Let's go.
Yeah. All right.
I know every it's insane.
So good. Do you want to pay some bills?
Real quick? Yeah. Let's do that, and then we'll get back into more. Maybe we'll talk about Daytona and drag racing. We got all kinds of racing happening.
Drag racing fans, check out Drag Race Bracket Bonanza. It's the free, family-friendly fantasy bracket game. Now, after final qualifying at every national event, you can fill out your bracket for all the pro classes.
It's free, easy to click on your picks. If you need some help, just hit the randomizer button to fill in the blanks. It's for fun, stay engaged, and pick your winners today.
Looking to replace your OEM diesel particulate filter or diesel oxidation catalyst? Look no further than DPF XFit, a complete line of aftermarket diesel particulate filters and diesel oxidation catalysts designed as an exact fit OEM replacement with all makes coverage for light, medium, and heavy-duty trucks. With thousands of units in stock, we ship the same or next day, and be sure to check out our comprehensive reverse OEM lookup tool. Always new, never remanufactured. For more information, be sure to visit dpfxfit.com. That's dpfxfit.com.
Redline Oil, formulated to win, proven by me.
Redline Oil, formulated to win.
Formulated to win.
Formulated to win, proven by me.
Formulated to win, proven by me.
Proven by me.
Proven by me.
Redline Oil, formulated to win, proven by me.
The number one source of friction in your engine is not what you think. Piston rings rubbing against the cylinder walls generate more friction than any other part of the engine. More friction and temperature means more wear and less horsepower. Fortunately, the team at Total Seal knows how to reduce friction and wear through innovative piston ring design. If it takes a piston, Total Seal can build a better ring.
No.
You threw me off because I was ready for Redline Oil.
I know. Well, Joe told me we can't have loans back-to-back commercials, and I forgot to start with a loans commercial. So
well,
that was on me. Yeah. We're gonna get back into this, but are you still following Savannah Guthrie?
Oh yes, mother. I think that's going to get wrapped up today because they break into the Olympics last night with they got a guy.
Yeah,
he's a person of interest, and then that video again. They're finding video that's not really supposed to be out there, but it's still out there, which is good for them. Hate to be conspiracy guy, but
yeah. Yeah,
but I'm glad they did because that's really weird. And
yes.
I have some hot sports opinions that I don't want to get. I just hope they find her.
Yes,
but every
alive.
day, I mean, she's got serious medical issues and she needs medicine, and it's just super sad.
Yes, I agree.
But yeah, I am tracking that.
After last week, I started paying attention. I was like, "Ooh, here we go."
Here we go. So I bet it's resolved before next week's show.
Good.
Hopefully. And I hope it's resolved positively.
Yes,
that her mom's okay, because that's just, I can't imagine. Okay, so testing next week.
Yes.
Big week for a bunch of new people. Maddie Gordon, Jordan Vandergriff.
Yep.
This is going to be, they're going to be hot lapping those cars. And I've been at JFR when basically we make 5 passes in a day, 6 passes in a day. And it's, it'll be interesting.
Yeah. And if you didn't catch Joe's show yesterday, he had Maddie Gordon and Ron Capps on. So that was a good episode. Go back in the archives.
Watch that.
Check that out. Also, you can go back in our archives as well. And
our stuff is evergreen, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm excited to see Maddie Gordon and a top fuel dragster, and that whole progression of how do you get just baby step it.
I think she's gonna be like on it from the word go.
Yeah,
I mean, I think she's gonna do really well. I think she's gonna be the one that I think is gonna pop quick. Maddie has the skills. She's gonna need laps, of course. Yeah. But I think she's gonna. I think her whole family. I mean, those people are wild, man. And Brainerd, they were right. They were right by their trailer setup was right by the media center. Right. And every morning they're out there hooting and hollering at 8 a.m. I'm like, man, you guys.
Yes, sir.
I mean, their energy. Their energy. All of them. They're just ready to go at a moment's notice. So I think she's gonna do a real good job.
Yeah. So that'll be exciting to see, just that whole deal. And then Jordan Vandergriff in the funny car. Frank Holly's helping him out. But that's a whole process. And it's interesting. I was talking to it's a private test session. So there'll be a handful, there won't be fans there. There'll be some social media coming out, but it'll all be, I'm sure, very curated and super positive. Yeah. But I was talking to Ida about how she got her top fuel license in Europe. And are you familiar with this process? They don't do private test sessions. They basically will let you do your top fuel licensing passes during events.
Oh, wow.
As exhibition runs, when there's 50,000 people in the grandstands. So she said the pressure over there, to get your top fuel license is massive, because if just your first couple passes, if you show your ass or you F up, everyone's like, oh, this person can't do it.
Right.
It's like a high. She said she said she was more nervous getting her license than just regular drag racing. Because if you messed up, everybody knew about it. It was just public humiliation.
So, I mean, so over there, yeah, that's one way to get your license. But does that translate to NHRA? She had to relicense here, right?
Yeah, but she could do it in a private test session. I mean, she did it so just the public fact of, think about all the people we've seen in private test sessions, the Monday Nationals not have good runs. And it's really only a handful of people see it.
Derail 81. Elon, when testing, do they do a full tear down between the runs? They do?
Yes, full. So it's because everybody's testing and it's really everyone's training. So a lot of teams have new crew guys. So everyone's trying to get into race mode. So they'll do the full teardown. And sometimes they'll have guys just do the short hits. If they just take the tree and do launches, then they may not do quite as extensive. But for the most part, it's a full teardown every round. And it's testing is wild. It's just
I've watched a lot of interviews with her. I'm assuming we're talking about Maddie, and love how she seems like a sponge for information. Ask a ton of questions to Ron. I see being successful right out of the gate, in my opinion. I agree. I think so.
Yeah. So, she's got a great teacher in Ron. I mean, he's driven top fuel dragsters. Rob Flynn's over there. They just brought Troy, Flasher over Fashing over as co-crew chief. So they'll have a really, really good team over there putting a car together. So she'll have quality stuff, and so will Jordan. But I don't know the full testing lineup of who all's going to be there, but it should be pretty good stuff.
Yeah, I was to say they've got to have a bunch of people out there. That's going to be good. It looks like rain on Sunday for the Daytona 500. That's going to be awesome. By the way, rain on Sunday and Monday, so that's just going to be even more amazing. Let me see. Let me double check the forecast here. 10-day Sunday, 60% chance of rain showers. Monday, 30%.
All right,
that's not horrible.
Well, it could be Monday night Daytona 500.
Yes, that you know what? That's awesome too.
Yeah.
My phone just updated and it's driving me nuts. Oh, let's see. Hold on. All right, this Wednesday. I need hourly on Sunday, people.
Producing on the show, Jason Logan.
Right.
Weatherman Jason Logan. He's no Al Roker, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, you're accurate weather. Oh yeah, 25% on at 12. Oh yeah, it's gonna rain all day. It's raining all day. It's raining all day.
All right, and that's yeah.
Oh my God, yeah, it's raining all day on Monday too. Oh.
And who is the favorite in the Daytona 500? Is it still the usual suspects? Carl Larson,
yeah, those guys are. But the Daytona 500 is that there's more chance for like a first time winner of that one. Somebody who hasn't won because it. The wreck's coming. All the
just hang out. Just keep yourself in the game.
Yeah.
So,
Lick and Lonnie, good question, Lick and Lonnie. Do you all anticipate full fields of Top Fuel and Funny Car this year?
Yes.
I'm sure there'll be a couple races where they're not going to be able to get full fields. But
I think what the NHRA is doing, they just announced a $27 million purse, which is up $2 million over last year. They're doing more 75th anniversary stuff. I think you're going to see, for better or for worse, more guys taking a shot at coming to races because it is a 75th anniversary.
Yes.
And the NHRA is going to want to make an emphasis to get full fields. So I think the tricky ones will be the Seattle and Sonoma.
Yeah. Yep. Look at Race Guitar. You're right there with us. The races will be tough to fill, but fingers crossed. I like it.
Yeah.
Races. Those are always the ones that are a problem.
Yeah. But here's the thing on the fan side. I think these races this year are going to be bonkers with the legends and track stepping up and doing more stuff. And I just think the hype element and the drivers are going to be excited. There's going to be all kinds of. I don't know if you saw some of that 75th anniversary merch.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm excited to get that. Again,
shout out to the Texas Motorplex for upping their merch game, and then you've seen a lot of the same look stuff on the NHRA 75th anniversary stuff. So, imitation is the finest form of flattery.
Yeah, will there be an app available for drag?
Yes, so probably mid-season. We're working on a couple things. We're going to drop a major moments bracket into this month. So get signed up for Drag Race Bracket Bonanza. We'll have a major moments bracket open in Top Fuel for like the 2 weeks leading up to Gators that you can fill out 64 Top Fuel moments that you can do in a bracket form. Hope to get some good conversations started on that. And then we'll do Top Fuel, Pro Stock Motorcycle, then Funny Car, all leading up throughout the season. So,
Monica, my kid has a list of the 75th anniversary for me already. Yeah. Monica's kid gets all the good stuff.
All the good stuff. All the good. But yeah, so I think there's going to be a lot of good stuff going on. You got the John Force, the ring coming out for renewals. You'll have new faces in a lot of these categories. Pro Mod. I'll tell you what, I'm keeping an eye on Pro Mod. Jim Whiteley getting into Pro Mod.
That's going to be fun.
Dallas Glenn raced a Pro Mod car. We got the World Series of Pro Mod coming up here in a couple weeks. You got March Meet coming up. I mean, it's just a lot. It's getting exciting. We're now kind of winding down the off season and really kind of wrapping it up.
Yeah, it's race season. I know Nikki Sheely and Josh Hatchett and Sarah Slaughter will all be here in Orlando this weekend. They're doing media here to get ready for Gainesville. was a big trip. I mean, Phoenix, Nikki doesn't leave, Phoenix too often.
She does not.
But but we'll be going to the Boathouse for dinner. I'm sure I'll have a couple photos from that next week. But yeah, it's definitely, I mean, they're starting to travel. They're starting to get people moving and shaking. So and Joe's racing. Joe Costello's racing here in Orlando coming up. So if you're in Orlando,
sure Project Pontiac. Get out here to support Project Pontiac.
Joe's funny. Joe's always about positivity. We were talking, and he goes, "Yep." And when I win this race, I'm gonna have to hustle back to Miami and do this and get back to Gainesville. I'm like, there you go, Joe. I like the way you're, when I
that
win.
winner attitude. You speak it into existence.
Listen, dragster Jeff Kreider. The Heritage Series opens up in Tucson this weekend. There you go. I'm listening on this way there. I like it. Go Project Pontiac. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Maybe Joe will put my face on the side of Project Pontiac.
I don't think so. I know that Project Pontiac car's legit. You can't gum it up with your big melon.
Come on. I don't know. But yeah, I'm excited. Really excited. I sent my manager at the Boathouse because we had a deal when I how's this? When I first started, I said
your boat business.
Well, when I first started, he's like, okay, I'll work around your schedule. Well, I sent him all 19 of the races. He goes, that's like every weekend you're gone. I go, no, it's not every weekend. Look, I mean, there's 2 weekends in a row right there where I could work. I might have to quit this job.
Well, again, there's other boat jobs out there for you.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
There's super yachts that can be driven by you.
Right. I mean, and do I really need to have this fantastic tan at all times? I mean, what are we talking about?
I think you get your good base tan going, and then you're set for the season.
Yeah. I mean,
have you started ordering new gear for the season?
So I went to Fit to Run yesterday to see if I could find some shoes.
Yep.
And I did not like the selection because every year, this is my thing. Every year at the end of the season, I leave my track shoes in the hotel room. I just leave them. I don't even pack them on the way back. So I have to go get another. Yeah, that's my jam on that one. So I'm like, now I have to seriously get going because I don't have any black shoes or shoes that I can wear at the track. So I got to get that. I got to get what else did I ordered all of my new gear from NHRA already. That's been done.
Ooh, so do you get like an allowance, a little inside baseball? Do you get an allowance on that, or how does that work?
So each year we get they'll give us 3 new shirts, like the NHRA polos or whatever we're wearing that year. I usually get 4 because I'm like, hey man, Indy is just a gauntlet. I have to, I don't want to wear dirty clothes. They give us a hoodie, they give us a jacket, they give us what else? That's about it. I think
baseball caps.
Yeah, they give us those there, but they're usually the mission ones. And last year, I adopted this one because it's plain black and with no sponsor on it. But the hats they had last year were just way too small. So all season we were trying on new hats, trying to find for Nitro Mall to hook us up.
What's the entry fee to get a Braca Bonanza hat on you in the low zone?
Man, you'd have to talk to your friend Evan Jonat on that one. So back in the day, I was sponsored by Geico. They paid for my whole kit and caboodle, and Team Mellow Yellow and all that stuff. So they paid for my whole show. They paid for. There was no cost to NHRA. So when I came back after the pandemic, Evan was like, I'm not going to put a logo on you. I want you to be, every man out there. I don't want you tied to anything. So that's where, like when Galvin and I were doing a couple early social media things for you, Evan's like, no, you can't do that.
So that's fair. Is there any day better? Like I remember when I was at Forces and Castrol was involved, like at Pomona, we would get all the gear and it was like a literal trash bag.
Yeah.
Full of like the Oakley 3-in-1 jacket,
right?
Sweatshirts, uniform shirts, t-shirts, hats, long sleeve tees. It was like a regular jacket. It was spectacular.
Yeah, it's like Christmas.
So I did order 2 new pairs of shoes because my old track shoes, 2 pairs last me about a season. Before they're literally just bare on the bottom. So
right.
My 2 pairs from last year are about to go somewhere else, and I ordered just full on old man, went to Amazon. What did I buy last year?
Right.
And I got a black pair, black on black, black top, black bottom, and then a black and gray bottom.
Nice.
Of just Skechers slip-ons, because they actually held up really well. They were super comfortable.
Okay, good. Because so at the boathouse we have to wear the non-skid, and they have to be polishable. So I went to Skechers, and they're the ugliest shoes I've ever owned in my life, but they're comfortable as all get out.
They are comfortable, and the slip-on just so great.
Yeah, I have the slip-ons too. I'm like, okay, I'm a big old man now. I love this. I'm definitely gonna be heading to the Skechers store because I need a new pair of like white ones. I don't have any white shoes.
Who has guy? Just So, so then we, luckily my Warner Communications gears held up pretty well, so I don't think we had to do too much on that front. But probably next year we'll do a big rehash, because you have is your gear 75th anniversary gear, or is it just NHRA gear?
No, it's NHRA gear, but we're talking about at some point in time all of us rolling out in 75th anniversary gear at the track. So I'm sure we'll be rolling that out on us. Look for in Gainesville, the announce crew. The announce crew is going to be looking spectacular.
Okay, there's a comment that I want to address from Drag Race Bracket Bonanza.
This one,
yeah. Okay, there's no copying. There's real controversy with this. Is Abby Warner Woodward, who is the brains of the operation, got slip-on Skechers, and then I got the exact same shoes as her last year, and I didn't even realize it. But of course, everyone else was like, "Oh, I see you and your dad are matching on your shoes," and that did not go.
Oh no, you can't have that.
It was very bad. And I was just like, I thought, I saw her slip-ons. I thought they were cool, and I just didn't really realize I was getting the exact same ones. Yeah, only like twice as big. So
listen, I have a bunch of hey dudes running around here. These slip-ons are great. I call them the hey dudes, but I've given up, so I'm not tying shoes anymore. Right, and a lot of times at the race, I will go. I don't even tie my shoes. I just slide them on. Yeah, it's easy.
So I don't think Under Armour shoes are that comfortable. I tried those. I asked Justin Ashley to give me a shoe recommendation. He recommended those OCs.
Yeah, the Ons. Yeah, those are good.
Very, very uncomfortable for me. I don't know if I just didn't get the right pair or whatever.
Yeah, they're very expensive, and when at the beginning they're super squishy and they're comfortable and they're light. But I had a pair for one season, and by the end of the season, they were just when the cushion goes out, forget it. You just throw it away.
It's just cardboard. So so Skechers have held up. Nike's run too narrow for me. I've got kind of a wide foot. Yeah. So
I spent 2 seasons ago buying shoes, and I just couldn't get one to fit. And finally in Phoenix, I went to a Dick's and I found a pair of black Nike. Not even cross-trainers. They were like basketball shoes. I was like, all right, we're wearing those. They finally fit.
One year in Norwalk, I walked out of it. This would have been like 2010, 11. That Norwalk race that was so hot. Like it was like 140 degrees on the track. Yeah. And I remember Mike Neff was driving, and I had to walk out on the track to ask him something. And I walked out there, and I stood there and talked to him for a second. And I was in they weren't sneakers, but they were kind of like dress shoe, kind of sneakery looking things.
Right.
And I talked to him, and I may have told you this. I went to turn to walk back to the starting line, and the whole sole of my shoe came off of my shoe. From the front of it, almost to the heel. So let's say there's 10 inches of shoe, 8 inches of the sole detached.
Oh.
The look of disdain Neff gave me of you're just embarrassing yourself now, and you're embarrassing me. Get out of here. That I had to walk back, and it's just flopping.
Yeah.
And I went back to the trailer, and basically, luckily they were all black. I just had one of the crew guys take racer tape and just full on racer tape around the shoe, so I could make it to the end of the day. And at the end of the day in Norwalk, I found a shoe circus or one of those stores.
Right. because there's nothing in Norwalk.
Yeah, I just went in there and it was like, hey, I need to buy a pair of shoes. And they looked down at my shoes, and one of them was just completely taped up. And they were like, yeah, you need a little something there.
Joe always recommends flip-flops, especially for track walk. Listen, I did not tie my shoes one day, and I went out there to at the end of the day to hand Joe T-shirts to throw out at Winter Circle. And man, I got stuck, and I was like, that is no joke getting stuck, especially when your shoes aren't tied because there's no friction to twist your foot. Yeah, I've never gotten stuck before like that, but man, I was like, I feel bad for people.
But yeah, so that is true. Don't flip-flops, even really just some slip-ons. If you're not paying attention on the track walk, stick to the edges.
Yeah. After we get stuck, I just said, Joe, come over here and grab these. Let's go.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's going to be fun. Yeah. The 75th stuff. Like I know the announcers, I believe in Gainesville, hopefully they'll have everything in. They were being fitted, like Courtney and Joe and Galvin for some really cool stuff.
Some tailored gear. They're getting the measurements.
They were getting measurements for it. At some point in time, it's been talked about. We're all going to roll out the 75th anniversary gear. Like there was a thing last year or 2 years ago trying to get me to, hey, here's the product of the day. From all. And I had a couple good ideas for, like, I was like, here, just put a QR code on the back of my shirt, and then people in the stands can just scan that, or just do a couple other things. And Evan's like, well, I don't know if we're really going to need to push it that hard this year because it's 75th gear and it's going to be awesome. Yeah. So he goes, I think
you'll probably get tasked with pushing the stuff that doesn't really sell that great.
Yeah. But they the amount of track shirts that I've accumulated from and race specific shirts, because hey, here's a hat. I would give away a hat and a t-shirt, but sometimes people didn't come get it. I'm like, I guess
right, and then all of a sudden you got it. Yeah. Yeah, so it is. I got to reorganize my closet because it's a disaster. Because now it's my track stuff is all intermingled with my regular stuff. So
yeah, I have like a bunch of old jerseys and stuff. I said to Evan when I first came back, I go, I can get rid of Team Mellow Yellow, huh? Right? Seeing Coca-Cola is no longer the title sponsor. He's like, yeah, you can get rid of that, but I still haven't gotten rid of it.
Okay, so did he give you any instructions for getting rid of it? Did he just say get rid of it?
He said you can get rid of it. It didn't say don't put it on eBay or anything like that.
Here's another funny deal about Castrol with the uniform stuff.
Okay.
Like we were not allowed to like give away our uniform stuff. We couldn't sell it on eBay. They literally wanted you to destroy it.
Yeah.
Because, you have a uniform shirt on, pro tip. Now, luckily our credentials are way better.
Yes.
With the scanning, all that stuff. But back in the day, our credentials were like kind of laminated, kind of homemade-y type deal, that if you had a crew shirt on and a pair of like 511 pants or Dickies, you could just walk into the race.
Yeah, you really could.
And Castrol's like, yeah, you need to destroy that. We don't want to see that out and about and be liable if someone just sneaks in.
Yeah.
Which I always thought was great.
In some racetracks, you could still kind of do that if you had a race shirt. I mean, they do try and take ticket or scan your cards sometimes, but you get there early enough, you can kind of get in. But I'm not telling you to do that.
I'm not. Yeah. And it was funny that my wife works at a dialysis center, and it's very cold in the dialysis center because they got it. Your people are getting all their stuff squared away, and I would have just every year I would just get sweatshirts and hoodies, and I was like, I don't need.
Right.
I'm not really a sweatshirt guy, so I would just give them to her, and she would give them to some of her patients because they need stuff like that. And of course, we couldn't do this because of HIPAA. But she said like one day, like 4 or 5 patients were all in there wearing like the JFR, just independently. They'd all just decided to wear their JFR Castrol stuff in there, and she was just like, it was very funny that they're all full JFR'd up.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm going to send my stuff to Africa where they send the losing Super Bowl.
Where they have the Miami National Championship hats right now?
Yeah. I'm going to send mine over there. We'll figure out what that is.
Yeah.
All right, man. Listen, I got to go. I got to be on a conference call.
Thanks, everybody. next week we're going to talk about testing. We may have some guys on that are down in Florida and get updates from that. But thanks everybody for watching, listening, sharing, and all that good stuff. All right.
Yes, thank you guys. We'll see you guys next week.
Peace out.
Life's a Drag.
This is WFO Radio.